Right, you are welcome back to class. Today we are going to quickly look at undefined fractions. Okay, so let's take this first example. The question says simplify the expression 2m squared plus m minus 15 divided by m squared minus 9 and state the value of m for which the simplified expression is not defined. So this is a WAEC question. We are going to solve it very quickly. Solution: we have 2m squared plus m minus 15 divided by m squared minus 9. So we are going to first of all simplify this before we go ahead and state the value of m for which what we are going to simplify is not defined. Understood? So we have learned how to simplify algebraic fraction before, so this is another opportunity for you to learn it again. So we are going to factorize both the numerator and denominator, and when you do that, this fraction will be equal to, now this numerator we have 2 as the coefficient of m squared, so that 2 you are going to use it to multiply this minus 15. So 2 times minus 15 is going to give us minus 30. So now we are going to look for two numbers that when you multiply them together will give you minus 30, and when you add them together it will give you plus 1. Understood? So those two numbers are plus 6 and minus 5. Now with that we can factorize the numerator as 2m squared. So I'm going to replace this plus m with that plus 6 and minus 5. So it becomes plus 6m then minus 5m minus 15. Okay, so you can group them in twos like this. Then everything divided by the denominator also is a difference of 2 squared, where you can first of all express it as m squared minus 9 will be also written as 3 squared. Okay, so let's go ahead now. In the first bracket at the numerator, 2m is common. Okay, so inside the bracket we have m left, then plus 3. Sorry, let me rewrite that, plus 3. Close the bracket. So in the second bracket, minus 5 is common, so you have left m, the minus times minus is plus, then 15 divided by 5, that is a 3. Okay, divided by, the denominator is a difference of 2 square, which means we can write it as m minus 3 then m plus 3. Understood? Okay, so let's rewrite our numerator as 2m minus 5. Then we pick one out of the common factors, which is m plus 3. So everything divided by m minus 3, then m plus 3. Close the brackets. So now let's cancel out the common factor. M plus 3 will cancel m plus 3. So what are we having left? So we have 2m minus 5, everything divided by m minus 3 left. Okay, so this is the simplification of this algebraic fraction given to us, but the question continues, say state the value of m for which the simplified expression is not defined. Now in algebraic fraction like this, an algebraic fraction like this is undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. I will repeat that again. When you have an algebraic fraction like this, so and it is said to be undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. So in that case, I will now say that this given expression, this 2m squared plus m minus 15 divided by m squared minus 9, is said to be undefined when the denominator, which is m squared minus 9, is equal to 0. Understood? So we are going to solve this further. Like I said earlier on, this is a difference of 2 squared, which can be written as m minus 3 then m plus 3 equal to 0. So this is a simple equation, a quadratic equation. Then this means that either m minus 3 is equal to 0 or m plus 3 is equal to 0. So when you solve this further, m is equal to 3 or m is equal to minus 3. Understood? So these three answers you got for m, if you put it in this denominator that we got, so when m is plus 3, so you will see that this denominator will goes to 0. Okay, so now we can now conclude and say the expression is not defined when m is equal to 3, because at that point the denominator will go to 0. Do you understand that? Okay, so let's quickly take a look at another question. The question says, for what values of x is the expression 2x plus 11 over x squared plus x minus 20 not defined? Then b, for what values of x is the expression 0? So we are solving this together very quickly. Okay, so this expression given to us, 2x plus 11 divided by x squared plus x minus 20, is not defined when the denominator, which is x squared plus x minus 20, is equal to 0, just like we did in the previous example. So we are going to solve this now using factorization method. So what are the two numbers that when you multiply them together it will give you minus 20, and on adding them together it will give you plus 1. So those numbers are plus 5 and minus 4. Okay, so you should know how to factorize by now. Let's continue. X squared plus 5x then minus 4x minus 20 is equal to 0. So let's group them in twos like this. So what is common in the first bracket is x, then we have inside the bracket left x plus 5, then minus 4 is common here, then we have x plus 5 remaining inside the bracket equal to 0. So pick one out of the common factors. So we have x plus 5 times then x minus 4, the coefficient of the common factors, then equal to 0. So when you solve this further, you have x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 4 is equal to 0. So and finally you have x is equal to minus 5 or x is equal to 4. So we can now conclude and say that the expression is not defined for x equal to minus 5 and x equal to 4. So those are the points where the expression is not defined. Okay, the second question says, for what values of x is the expression 0? Okay, now a fraction is 0 when its numerator is 0. For example, 0 divided by anything will give you what? 0. So we can only get this expression given to us to be equal to 0 only if the numerator is equal to 0. But take note, provided that the denominator is not also 0 at that point. So what we are going to do now to solve b we are going to set the numerator to 0. Now let's do that quickly. So the numerator is 2x plus 11 equal to 0. So when you solve this simple equation, you have 2x equal to minus 11. Dividing both sides by 2 will give you x equal to minus 11 over 2. And when you solve that further, you have minus 5 whole number 1 over 2. Okay, so you can also conclude and say therefore the expression is 0 when x is equal to minus 5 whole number 1/2. Understood? So that is how to solve it. So let's quickly look at another example. The question says simplify this expression as you can see it on the screen and find the value of a for which the simplified expression is not defined. Solution. Okay, so this expression given to us 2 over a plus 2 plus 1 over a plus 1 minus 2a plus 3 divided by a squared plus 3a plus 2. Note can also be written as 2 over a plus 2 then plus 1 over a plus 1 minus 2a plus 3 divided by, so this denominator, now this last denominator, a squared plus 3a plus 2, you can factorize it, and when you factorize it you will get a plus 1. So at this point now we are going to find the LCM of these three denominators, and the LCM is equal to a plus 1 then a plus 2. Okay, so divide the LCM with this first denominator here, so you will note that it will cancel this a plus 2 at the LCM. Okay, so we are left with 2 open brackets a plus 1. Then for the second term we have 1 times the a plus 1 will cancel a plus 1 out, then we have a plus 2 left, then minus we have the numerator to be a plus 3, then times the denominator will cancel each other out, which is times 1. Understood? So when you solve this further, you have open this bracket, we have 2a plus 2 then plus a plus 2 minus 2a minus 3, everything divided by a plus 1 a plus 2. Okay, so this numerator, this 2a will cancel this 2a, so we are having a left, then plus 2 plus 2, that's plus 4 minus 3, that will give us plus 1. So everything divided by a plus 1 then a plus 2. Understood? Let's continue here. So this a plus 1 will cancel this a plus 1, so we are now left with 1 over a plus 2. Understood? So now they ask us to find the value of a for which the simplified expression is not defined. So this is the simplified expression. Now where this expression will not be defined is when a plus 2, the denominator, is set to be equal to 0. Okay, like we have been doing before. Then when you solve this further, you have a equal to minus 2. Therefore the expression is not defined when a is equal to minus 2. Understood? Okay, so this is where we are going to end it, but I want you to also take this question as your classwork, so you can see the question on the board. Please give it a try. Thank you for watching. Bye.